Hello first graders, welcome to a new math lesson. We are in topic 13, lesson 3. We're still learning about time. As you know, previous lesson we learned how to tell time in analog clock with two hands, short hand or hour hands for hours, and then the long hands or the minute hands toward the minutes. And we learned how to use also digital clock that has numbers, colon and zero like here. Today you will be learning total time to the half an hour. Alright, for example, when we start any activity, not all the activities start exactly on an hour. So sometimes we do things like 7:30, sometimes we have our favorite show at 5 o'clock, or sometimes 5:30, sometimes you have activity at 4:30, sometimes we finish certain class and we start art class at 12:30. So it's not always on an hour. Sometimes we use half an hour. So let's see. We agree there's 60 minutes in an hour. And we know in order for the hour hand to move 1 hour from 2 to 3, the minute hand has to do one full circle to move 1 hour. So instead of 2 o'clock, it's 3 o'clock. But what will happen if the minute hands only move half of the circle, or half of the 60? So let's see. I'm gonna move that minute hand halfway, which is stop till here. So this is a circle. I'm gonna just split half. So this is gonna be the first half. So I'm gonna move the minutes hands, and I would like you to pay attention to our hands. Look at it now. Now it's 3 o'clock. Okay, let's see if I move half of the circle or half of 60 minutes. As we see, now the minutes hand on 6th, which is 30, if you can see the number, 30, because half of 60 is 30. And then now the hour hand, it's not at 3 o'clock like before, it's between 3 and 4. Why? Because it's half an hour extra to the 3. It's not only 3, it's half an hour after 3. So now if I'm gonna move, watch it now, the hour hand, if I'm gonna continue that other half of the circle to make one full circle, now it moved all the way to 4. So when it's the hour, exactly hour, the hour hand will be pointing to the hour, like 3. Or half past 4, because this is the 4, half past 4 or half after 4. So either I can say 4:30 or half past 4. Why I'm saying 4:30? Because I have 60 minutes. Look at that, 60 minutes in an hour. So you see all these blue numbers up there. So when I'm taking half of 60, it's 30. So now it's 4:30. If I continue the rest of the circle, now it's one full circle, it's 5 o'clock. Let's work again. If I go only halfway, it's gonna be 5:30. So I'm gonna see that our hands between 5 and 6 because it's past the 5, so 5 and more. And then the minutes hands will be on 6. Okay, let's see another time. Now it's 6 o'clock. Let's see if it's 6:30. So the hour hands, the red one, the short one between 6 and 7, but the minutes hands on 6. Let's see now. Now it's full hour, 7 o'clock. Let's move it half an hour, half circle. Half of the 60 is 30. So now look at it. So where the minute hands pointing to number 6, and then the short hand between 7 and 8. All right. So let's see what we have here. So over here we're going to do an exercise, and we're going to just write the time we'd like to do. So let's say what we have here, for example, 7:30, as we have it in our clock here, 7:30. This is how to write. Remember, before we used to write 7, and because it was only 7 o'clock and no minutes, so we used to put zeros. Now it's 30 minutes because it's half an hour, or half 60. Half 60 is 30. So it's going to be 7 I have the colon, and instead of putting 0, 0, because before was only the hour, now I have half an hour extra, I'm gonna put 30. So now it's 7:30, and it's over here 7:30. All right, now if I look at my analog clock, the hour hand is between, this is the hour hand between, very good, 7 and 8. And then the minutes hands on, the big red number, this number, the big 6. All right, let's do another number. Let's say 10:30. So let's go all the way. Now 10. This is 10 o'clock. 10:30 means half an hour, 30 minutes after the 10. So the minutes hands on 6, and now our hands between 10 and 11. So let's write now. When I look at it, I say, oh, it's 10:30. So the hour hand between 10 and 11, and then the minute hands on, always going to be on 6 because 30. All right, let's do another number. Let's say 2:30. So let's read together. Now it's 11. Half circle, half 60 minutes at 30, 11:30. Now it's 12. Half circle, half an hour, half 60 minutes, it's 30. So 12:30. Now it's 1 o'clock. Half circle, half an hour, half of the 60 minutes, 30. So it's going to be 1:30. So the hour between 1 and 2, and the minute will be on 6. So 1:30. The hour hand is between number 1 and number 2. And then the minutes hands on, always on 6, because it's half an hour. All right? Let's turn the page and read the explanation for this coming exercise. Can we say the time here? It's 2:30, and the hour hands between 2 and 3, and the minute hand on 6. So a half hour is 30 minutes. 30 minutes, as we see here. When the minute hand is on 6, we can say 30 or half past the hour. So we can say it's 2:30 or it's half past the number we have. Like over here in my example, half past 1, or over here in your sheet, half past 2. All right. The hour hand is halfway between 2 and 3, exactly as we see. And then it's half past 2 or 2:30, as we see the minute hand always gonna be on 6. And that's how we write it, 2:30 on a digital clock. All right, let's do the exercise. Get it practice. Write the numbers to complete each sentence. Write the time. So the hour hand is between 7 and 8. First one is done for you. The hour hand between 7 and 8, right? The minute hand always in 6. So what's the time? 7:30. I can't say 8:30, because if I say 8:30, that's mean it's half an hour past the 8. That's mean the hour hand should be after the 8. But since it's only after the 7, so this is the number I'm saying, 7:30. Let's see number 2. The hour hand is between, this is the hour hand, the blue short hour hands between 4 and 5. You're reading the small number first, then the big one, between 4 and 5. So it's between 4 and 5. And then where's the minute hand? The minute hand is on 6. So what's the time? 4:30. All right. Number 3. Our hand is between, our hand, the short hand between 10 and 11. 10 and 11. Minute hand on 6, so it's 10:30. Very good. All right, let's do you understand? Do you understand why the hour hand between 6 and 7 when it's 6:30? Let's say if I have it here 6:30, let me go 6:30, 3:30, 4, 4:30, 5, 5:30, and then 6, and then 6:30. All right. Why the hour hand between 6 and 7 and then the minute hand on 6? Because 6:30 means halfway between 6 and 7. I went halfway circle. If I continue the rest of my full circle, the rest of my 30 minutes is going to be 7 o'clock. So it's halfway. Let's write this down. Because 6:30 is halfway between 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock. When I continue, when I finish the whole circle, move to 7, became 7 o'clock. Okay. Let's do independent practice. Number 4, write the time shown on each box, each clock. So over here, I know the hour hand pointing to past the 8. So it's going to be 8. And then the minute hand on 6, that means 30. It's going to be 8:30. Number 5. 5. And the minutes hand on 6, so 5:30. Okay, let's go for number 6. It's past the 12, so between 12 and 1, so it's more than 12, but it's not 1 yet, so it's going to be 12 and, very good, 30 minutes or half an hour past the 12. And last one, again, it's past the 9. I cannot say 10, I have to say 9 and 30 minutes or 9 and half. So 9:30. All right? All right. Number 8. Algebra. Look at the pattern, write the missing times. 6 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock. Let's do it here. Okay. So, first one, 6 o'clock, and 6:30 means half an hour. Then 7 o'clock. Very good, awesome. 7:30. This is how to write 7:30. 7, put my colon, and 30 minutes. Then continue half an hour or 30 minutes. Came 8. Another half circle between 8 and 9, so I'm reading the smaller number or the first number, so it's 8:30. And then if I continue one more half circle, go all the way 9 o'clock. So now 9 o'clock. All right, so this is my pattern: 6, 6:30, 7, 7:30, 8, 8:30, 9 o'clock. So I'm increasing half an hour. All right, let's see. Page 426, exercise number 9. Sandy walked her dog at 3 o'clock. She walked for 30 minutes. What time did she get home? Draw the clock hands, write the time. So, she walked at 3 o'clock, right? She take her dog for a walk at o'clock, and she walked for half an hour. Half an hour means 30 minutes. Half of that, 60 is 30. So what's the time now? Okay, so when I draw it, as I see the hour hands between 3 and 4. So this is our hand between 3 and 4. And the minute hands on 6. So what's the time? 3:30. All right. Let's go number 10. Which clock shows the same time as this clock? So what's the time here? Between 2 and 3 means 2, 3. So I'm looking for 2:30. 2:30 means 2 colons and 30 minutes. Let's read 12:30 or half past 12, 1:30 or half past 1, 2:30, that's what I'm looking for, or half past 2. Let's read this one, 3:30 or half past 3. So choice would be C, 2:30. All right, let's see number 11. Show 8 o'clock on the first clock. On the second clock, show the time 30 minutes after or later. If the hour hand's still on 8, explain. So first, I have to show 8 o'clock. All right, so I know 8 o'clock. Go back to the first lesson I learned about time. Hour hands on number 8 and the minute hands on 12. So this is 8 o'clock, like here, 8 o'clock. Hour hands pointing to number 8, minute hand pointing to 12. So it's 8 o'clock. All right. They say show the time 30 minutes later. 30 minutes later means half an hour. Means the minute hand has to stop on 6. So now the minute hand's on 6 and the hour hands in between 8 and 9 because it's half an hour past the 8. Extra half an hour to the 8. So it's 8:30. So hour hands between number 8 and number 9. That's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna draw like that. So this is our hands between 8 and 9, and then the minute hands on 6. So now it's 8:30, and we need to explain. We're gonna say first, they said, is the hour hand still on 8? No, it's not on 8. First part of the question, we're gonna say no. Okay, why? Because the hour hands, as we saw together, moves halfway between 8 and 9. So we're gonna say the hour hand moves halfway between 8 and 9. And as we see here, it's between 8 and 9. Okay, so this is what we covered today. We learned how to tell time and write time half an hour. Before we were only going on an hour, but now we know that there are activities that might take more than that or start later, so we're not starting all our activities and all our life like on an hour, like 1, 2, 3. No. So sometimes we start 7:30 or 8:30, 10:30. So, and we learn the new word half an hour, and we know that there is 60 minutes in 1 hour. So half of 60 is 30. So when that minute hand just go 1/2 or 1/2 of the circle, that's mean 30 minutes. And when it complete the whole circle, that's mean a whole hour. All right, that's it for today, first graders. Thank you. Bye-bye.